Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how I achieved this beautiful cabbage dinner. It was so delicious. Just stay tuned. So hi my beautiful subscriber, today I'm going to do a cabbage stuff. I'm cutting up the cabbage as you can see, and after I finish cutting the cabbage, as you see, I cut it. I try to take out the heart out of it. That part is tough, so you have to remove it from the cabbage to, because that part don't cook well. So you definitely have to remove it. I'm having a little trouble taking it out. I have to be careful with the knife too. See, I hold the knife, it was the wrong place. So now I turn it back over and I'm finished cutting the cabbage nice big chunky size, because cabbage easily cook and you don't want it to melt into, to you don't have anything to chew on. So yes, as I slice it in four, so you get nice big chunks of cabbage. I put it into a bowl. There is piece. I have to cut it again, and then yes, I cut them across again, as I said, to give you nice big bite size. When you cook a cabbage, is not hard to cook. It is very easy to cook. Picking the cabbage apart. Now I show you what is in the bowl. I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. Half of the cabbage, I'm taking out the hard part. I don't know what it's called. I just know it's very hard. It's tough, and it will make the cabbage bitter. So I do the same thing. Cut it across. Put in all the slices. Then now I take a tomato. And I'm cutting those tomatoes in bite size also. Guys, be careful with the knife. You see how I hold the knife? I'm not going to cut myself though, because I'm used to it. And I cut it across again. So you get this nice, beautiful look. Do the same side, because I'm using one tomato. Cut it across. Yes, yes. Then I'm going to put that aside, because I'm preparing everything that I want to put in, because I told you the cabbage cook really fast, so you have to prepare everything. Now I get half of a onion, actually using one onion, so I'm cutting those half, that half first in nice slices, because I love my onion just beautifully looking. It's no big deal how you cut it. Yes, there's the other half. I'm cutting it also in the same style, just to give it, just, it's no big deal how you cut your onions. People do stuff different ways. And I slice it there. Look at me using the knife like I'm a professional. I'm putting those over beside the tomato. That was a small dish. Yeah, that was a small stuff. Now I'm doing that. You can also grate that, but I like it that way. I like to slice down my carrot. Yeah, that's done. Then I do my scallion the same. Just give it some big chunk just to taste. You don't need a lot of scallion in your cabbage. Yeah, put that away. Good girl. I'm doing my thing. Then I get my garlic. Oh my God, I cannot cook without garlic. Guys, garlic has so much benefits to it. I cannot cook without garlic. So I'm doing that in small pieces, because I don't want, when I bite my garlic, I get this big chunk of garlic. I just want it to taste, right? So I mince my garlic. Yeah, I think that's the correct word. Mince your garlic and cutting it. It's very fine. You can also press it, then chop it up fine. I'm not that good with the knife. You see how I hold it? Yeah, but I'm doing my thing. Then I'm going to mince it very fine. So as I said, when you put it in, you don't actually taste the garlic. Yes. All right. And then I'm going to move that out of the way also. Then I have my okra. I love okra. I love okra. I love okra and fish. I love okra into this dish that I'm doing. It gives it, I just love it. It has this nice, it is a little slimy, but it's very good benefit wise. And there I finished chopping up my okras. Big nice bite size again. Yes, guys, I'm having fun with this dish. Then I'm gonna do something different. I've never put sausage in it. I always use codfish or saltfish as we call it back home. But I'm gonna use some what's this thing? There's some frankfurters, right? And also some shrimp into this because I'm trying something new. So there I put a little tip of oil, olive oil. That's why it's a little much because I love olive oil. I don't cook with anything else but olive oil. Not in my pot. Let it hot for a little bit. Then I'm pouring in my garlic. There is my garlic there. Give it a little, let it stay there a little bit with a little star. Then I'm also going to put in my seasoning, like my onions. Yes, my, what else did I put in? I give it a little stir again. Yes, I'm doing my thing. Give it a little stir. Another little star. Okay, a lot of star. Then I put in my tomato. Yes, my tomato nuts. Right? Doesn't matter what order you put it in. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what order you put it in. Give it another little stir. So you don't want those things to come up together. Then I'm putting in my scallion. Yeah, just pour that in. You don't have to do it in order. You could just throw everything in. As I said, then you keep stirring because you don't want it to burn. That's the reason why you stir it. Because if you let it sit, chances are some part might get burned and some don't get cooked properly. So you stir your pot, leave it a little bit to cook. See, there it is. Saute it down. Give it another little good little spin. And then let it sit there a little bit and cook a little, right? Because you know you have to cook it just a little bit, not enough. Then I'm gonna pour in my. I was contemplating if I should have put that there, but I did put in carrots and um my carrots and my okras in there. So my carrots and my okras in there to cook. Then I give it some more spin. Turn that thing around. Yeah, I'm turning it around, turning it around, turning it around, turning it around. Let it cook. Yeah. Give it spin, because as I said, you don't want it to sit one place. You want it to cook thorough. Then after I finish that, I'm gonna take that off in a bit and pour it out. Put back the frying pan on the fire, right? Put in my shrimp. Then I'm gonna put in my franks in there. As I said, I'm trying this dish, you all. Don't come for me. I know we cook this thing with saltfish or chicken or something, but I'm trying something new. You have to try new dishes, But to let those brown, you know. Let's see, there it is. I'm browning it. I had to take the shrimp out because it wanted to cook separate. I had to cook it separate. You can see it in the back. They're cooking in a different pot. Let that thing brown right there because I don't want one to overcook before then. Yeah, I pour it together. When it's almost done, let it cook a little bit more. And then I'm gonna give it a good little stir. Me and my stirring. Yeah, I like to use those small forks. I don't know why. I think it gives me more control over what I'm doing. Then I slide it to the side. Now I'm pouring back my vegetables that I previously sauteed back to the pan. Give it some more stir. I'm stirring that thing. Yeah, so as I said, so it don't stay on. Watch that, me shaking my pot there. Actually, I'm cooking into my cook pot. Put my cabbage in it. Yes, put my cabbage in nice. Unfold here. Use your hands, guys. Use your hands. My cabbage is all in. I'm gonna add me some thyme. 1 teaspoon of thyme. Remember to turn the stove down now, because you don't want your cabbage start burning if your cabbage easily cook. Then I'm gonna add me a 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I take out too much, but I put it back. So I put a teaspoon, then I have a teaspoon, 3/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, you don't want too much black pepper. Okay, you don't want it to peppery. And then my good old all-purpose Maggi seasoning. Yes, I love my Maggi all-purpose Maggi seasoning. I cannot I'm gonna actually use 1.5 teaspoon because I love my Maggi seasoning. Yes, girl, yes. Yeah, then what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna stir everything together so that the thing don't burn. Remember to turn the stove down now to medium height. Yep, and give it a good little stir so all the season get in between the cabbage and the things in the bottom can come to the top because remember the okra is not cooked yet. Okra is not cooked yet. But I wanted to saute them first. Stir the pot, girl, stir the pot. And I'm cooking into my rice pot because it was bigger to hold the amount of cabbage I had shred because did one whole cabbage. I'm stirring away, mixing that season in. Yeah, yeah, mixing the season in because you want everything to get nicely combined together. Then I add a little, like a teaspoon of butter, half a tablespoon of butter, and I'm gonna give it some more stir. I'm gonna stir and stir. It's not actually a stir, it's actually more like forking it through because you don't want things to, break up too much. Then there, my pot is done. I'm gonna add back the thing that I previously cooked, guys. It's a new menu for me. I'm just trying this, but guys, let me tell you. That looks good. Gonna give it some more stir again because you want that thing. So you see the cabbage is done. And just put that in for probably another little 2 minutes just to combine with the cabbage. You don't want the frankfurter to saggy. So you just give it a nice little stir again. Yeah, good girlie. Fork it through. Then the dinner is done. That cabbage menu is done. Yes. And I had really cooked some rice and I cooked some coconut rice. Let me tell you, that was super. Super. Oh my God. Look at that rich, beautiful vegetable. When I throw it over my rice, my coconut rice, it was incredible. I cooked that separate. I didn't know video that. And now dinner is served. Look at that amazing dish, guys. Let me tell you, when I said for the first time trying that, it was delicious. It was delicious. It was awesome. You can hear my mouth, I guess, in the background. I enjoyed that meal so well. Sometimes when you try something new, you actually realize that the taste is super because it's different from what you're used to. And let me tell you, that coconut rice with that cabbage, mixed cabbage, with that frankfurter and those shrimps, it was incredible. My daughter enjoyed every last bit of it. Oh my God, it was good. And I coupled it with apple juice, my favorite. There's our dinner, there is mine. Ooh, look at that. And it wasn't too much. Enjoy.